Sir, in the past few days, congressmen have been trying to get the numbers, to roll up the numbers dun sa kung sino yung nag-abstain o sino yung nag-no doon sa anti-terror bill. They were hoping to have the bill reverted back to Congress. Pero kanina, ang sabi ng Malacanang, Pangulo na, so clearly it's too late to revert the bill to Congress. So the Supreme Court is the next battleground. Now, the IBP, through you, has taken the position that there are unconstitutional provisions in the bill. Sir, run us through the provisions that you think are problematic as far as the Constitution is concerned.
But let me just properly lay the premise. We agree that we need an anti-terrorism law, and that it should be effective and adequate to address the nuances of terrorism. However, it is our duty as lawyers, as a professional organization, to point out possible constitutional infirmities. And particularly, number one, under the Constitution, it is clear that the power to issue warrants of arrest is with the judiciary, no other branch of government. In Section 29 of the Anti-Terrorism Bill, the Anti-Terrorism Council, which is not a court, it is not a quasi-judicial body, it is an executive body, is given authority to issue written authority for law enforcement agencies or the military to arrest and detain suspected terrorists. So to our mind, that power given to the ATC is beyond the ambit of the Constitution. Secondly, under the Constitution, even in the most extreme circumstances of an invasion or a rebellion, when the existence of the Republic is at stake, the President, as Commander-in-Chief, can declare martial law and or suspend the writ of habeas corpus. When the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus is suspended under those extreme emergencies, still the Constitution requires that anyone who's arrested, even under those circumstances, must be charged within 3 days. The issue now is, does the Constitution set a limit of 3 days that is clearly violated by the 14 days or 24 days that the terrorist suspect can be detained without being formally charged in court. So these are two glaring provisions that may run counter to the constitutional limitations and guarantees.
Now, Attorney, we say that the next battleground is the Supreme Court. Process-wise, do we need to have a test case to bring it to the Supreme Court, or is the conservative here enough for the IBP or any advocate to go to the Supreme Court kahit wala pang test case?
Well, just a slight correction, Robbie. The next battleground, if I may use your term, is not the Supreme Court. It's still the Office of the President. And that's why we are addressing the same concerns to the Office of the President. And we are hoping and requesting that the Office of the President reviews the law, especially those constitutionally suspect or questionable provisions. Because in the past, President Duterte, has in the past vetoed laws or provisions of laws that are unconstitutional. It may be a long shot to get the president to veto it, but in the past he has done so. The fact that he certified this as urgent also signals the desire of the administration to have a new anti-terrorism law. Now, the most telling or the most potent argument against signing would be, of course, the unconstitutionality of a few provisions. But again, the president can also make a political calculation and say, okay, you can challenge that before the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court declares those provisions unconstitutional, anyway, only those provisions will be rendered void, and the rest of the law will still be effective. So he can also do that for exigency. But the president, being a lawyer, might also want that the whole law be be improved so that it doesn't run into any constitutional questions.
You've clarified na no, the next battleground is not yet the Supreme Court. The next battleground is still having moral suasion over the president. Baka makumbinsi pang ang presidente. But on the theory that he might sign and this will become law and this will go to the Supreme Court, is that the argument that the IBP will make? Is the argument going to be that this is of transcendental importance? Huwag tayo mag-antay may masampulan and let's go straight to the Supreme Court.
Yes, we will do that. And we will cite also many precedents where the Supreme Court entertained petitions questioning the constitutionality of a law merely on a taxpayer's suit case. So we will do that. And at the end of the day, it will be the Supreme Court who will decide these constitutional questions.